The thing is, I'm not really into, too many of those graphic novels, but I read this one and I was like, oh, this could be 8 seasons right here.
Oh, so nice to meet you. I'm such a big fan of your work. So, like, I saw your name on the cast list and I was like, I'm in. Just let's see this movie. And it did not disappoint. What was it about Snag that really drew you to want to be a part of it?
Well, I spoke with Ben Milliken, and he explained to me the story of Snag, and I just liked how clear and how enthusiastic he was in telling the story. And then I read the script, and I thought it was so unique and so just, it's a love story that's very violent, so it has all the ingredients of a good, action film with style, and so I wanted to be a part of it. And it didn't disappoint. I had a wonderful time doing it.
Well, what was it like watching Ben like in front of the camera, but then also behind the camera? Gotta imagine he looked like a crazy person.
No, quite the opposite. He was very calm, very in control of what was going on. It was a very calm set, even though there was a lot of violence in it. I his energy and his confidence and his articulation of what he wanted was way above the line. It was great to watch.
Oh, I love that. And then could you describe your character? And are you anything like him at all in real life?
I think this character is very, because he comes in out of, in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And the trick for me for this character was to kind of create, like, the last time I saw him, the last time we ran into each other, what happened? What happened? Maybe the previous time, what happened? We obviously know each other. But and there is a line where he says, I don't remember if we're good or not.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that kind of world that anything can happen, is a world of betrayal, but there's also an extreme sense of loyalty in this character towards Ben's character. And that was attractive to me.
I love that because you're so good in this. There's a moment where like, oh, it's like spoilery, so I can't really talk about it. I know, but I got me a little emotional. I'll say that. You had me tearing up. Can you talk about, I know it's probably so hard, without spoilers, just kind of that moment, your mindset?
Well, it's what I took in that was that he relies on Ramon to for advice and for making the right choice and understanding what needs to happen. And on the other hand, I think Ramon accepts the fact that people do almost anything for love, and so the fact that there was a moment where I understood that and I said, okay, I'm with you. Let's do it. And I really like that camaraderie and that understanding of that desire that one has that other people may not, like, but he's doing this because he loves this woman. Mm-hmm. And Ramon somehow understands that and says, okay, I got you. Yeah.
I love it. This was so fun. Like, I love the different, like, when it would pause and do like animation to introduce someone or something that was going on. It's just so brilliant. And it, like, I immediately flew through it. And then of course it ends. And I was like, are you kidding me? That's how we're ending this movie right now.
There's always room for another one. Who knows?
Exactly. Well,
the thing about it is that when I saw it, when I watched it, I was like fascinated of how stylish it was. Yeah. And because that, you could read the script, you don't really sense that. You just sense the reality of the scenes that you're doing. But to watch and how it was with style and, and going back in time and so many really good actors that were like committing 100%. Yeah, it was a no-brainer for me to do. I was very excited to work with him.
You're so good in it. And before we wrap, I have to switch gears. I need to talk about the horribleness it is that this got canceled. One of the best shows.
Isn't that crazy?
You get so much incredible source material. Like, what if they decide to, have a brain and be like, hey, let's bring Deadly Class back? Would you be all in?
Yes.
It
Yes,
was
that was a
so
great
good.
experience too. That was, the thing is, I'm not really into, too many of those graphic novels, but I read this one and I was like, oh, this could be 8 seasons right here,
I know.
and but hopefully maybe it'll come back. Who knows? But I
What was
enjoyed it. It was so much fun. That character was so like there was so much layered that they didn't show because it ended. But it was so interesting and very kind of just awkward and eccentric. But it was really a wonderful set to be on. It was really a lot of fun to shoot.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun to watch. It was one of those where like I started watching it and I actually picked up the graphic novel after it started. And then I was like, oh, there's so much source material. This is so good. And then they canceled it. And I was like, are you kidding me? They had so much they could do with this.
There was so much, and there still is. It's just one of those things that is hard to explain in our business.
I know. Well, also you're phenomenal in Gotham. You're just phenomenal in everything you do. You're so talented.
Thank you so much.
And I just really appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, Tessa. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations on this movie. It's so fun.
Thank you so much.